what's going on, guys? Shake and Bake back, and today I'm going to be talking about Throwback Thursday and what I think are the teams coming tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. If you guys come over to the Throwback Packs, they've only got 17 hours left. They will be expired by tomorrow and it'll be gone. But you have to know what are the cards coming out tomorrow and how can I use an advantage to this in the market. Now, they've dropped some hints as of making this video. I don't know if they're going to drop hints like right as I'm trying to upload it. Hopefully not. But with the hints that they've dropped right now, I think I've got a pretty good idea who the teams are coming out tomorrow based on a few things. I'll explain my thoughts and everything like that. I know a lot of people on Twitter been discussing, and I was in a call with a whole bunch of people trying to figure it out. And we came up with some good ideas because they listed a lot of hints, and we were basically able to narrow it down to a couple of teams that I really think it's going to be. So right now I'm looking at the first hint from the official My Team Twitter. Official because it actually is their official Twitter, not like just what people say they are. But it says right here, one of the teams features a top point guard of his generation, and the other has a shooting guard who scored 20 points per game consistently. And, yeah, that is the first hint that we got. We were able to think of a couple things that fit this. And then there's also another hint that we got a little bit later on that says one team has a player who's the son of a former NBA coach. So that means their dad used to be a coach. He no longer is. And then it says the other team has a player who is a current NBA coach. So someone who is in the NBA right now. So those two comboed together have to fit together. So here's where I say what I think is actually going to be the collections that are coming out and the packs that are coming out tomorrow. I think we are going to be getting, drum roll, the Cavaliers and the Warriors. Yes, I think we're going to be getting the Cavs and Warriors for a number of reasons. There's a few other teams that it could be. Right now I've got it down to about 6 teams that are actually about 6 or 7. But again, I really think it's going to be Cavs and the Warriors for a couple of reasons. I'll say this right now. You might want to go out and look into picking up some of these guys. If you can get the bronze players, or if you're really close to completing the collection, you might want to do it now. Because then if you're actually trying to get one of these guys, tomorrow comes along, those bronze players are going to be going for a ton because the guys price fix and they set the market and try and make their MT. Now, one theory on why I've paired these two teams together is, for one thing, the NBA 2K team-up members went out there and when they opened up packs, they were given the throwback packs that were the Warriors and they were the Cavs. They got guys from those. They got them on their accounts. They did videos on that and things like that. So now, why would they unpair those teams and do a different pack? That doesn't make sense to me. So I assumed those two were going to stay paired together, and they match up for both the hints. If you look at the first hint, Mitch Richmond averaged 20 points plus for years and years with the Warriors. Like, that one's not even close. And if you look at the Cavs, they've got World Be Free, who's definitely a top generational point guard. Like, dude was a monster for years and years and years. And if you don't believe, I'll put the stats on the screen. Like, dude was a beast. So we go over to that set, and they both have, you know, guys who, actually fit those. And then the second hint, which we saw, was the former coach's son, and then the coach in the NBA. And for the Cavs, they've got Steve Kerr, who currently just happens to be coaching the Warriors, is the other team for them. And then when you go to the Warriors, they've also got Mike Dunleavy, who is a former coach's son. But those ones fit perfectly. Honestly, I really think it's going to be those teams. Again, some other theories on why some other guys could fit. We ended up breaking it down a ton. The Mavericks, they've got Jason Kidd. So, of course, he could be considered as a couple things. One, for the point guard that was one of the top generational ones. And he could also be considered for the coach that's in the current NBA. But that's another thing, too. World Be Free also played for both these teams. I don't know. Like, the hints just seem like they're lining up for those. So I would say, honestly, that I think tomorrow we're going to be getting the Warriors and the Cavs. I think that's pretty good information right there. It could be a couple of other teams. They definitely fit. But if I had to put my money on one set of combo of teams, I'm going to go with those ones. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they mixed it up somehow and tricked us, threw us a curveball. But I'm going to go with those two. I think it's going to be those. I kind of thought those were going to be the first throwback cards that we got, since those guys that went out there already had them in their auction. I thought we were going to get those ones first. So I think we're going to get those, and that includes Mark Price and Tim Hardaway. You can already see guys have already price fixed those, so I'm not sure if they figured this out or they've assumed it, but yeah, the price of these guys definitely has gone up. Pretty much all of these bronze guys already are locked in, so I guess if you have any of them, I would go ahead and sell them, probably either now or tomorrow. The prices are pretty high and pretty nice, but yeah, they're definitely going to continue to rise, especially if it is confirmed. But I hope you guys did enjoy the quick video on just my thoughts, and yeah, let me know who you think it is and if I'm going to be right. And obviously tomorrow we will be opening up a ton of packs. Hopefully we are right, but if not, that actually works out better for me because I don't have either of these done. Peace.